You see, boys, a lot of us dudes have this misconception that hot girls are these hot creatures in society that only hot guys have the key to unlock. But in my experience, pretty girls are the ones that are filled with the most insecurities, and they usually end up with ugly dudes anyway. That's because they're looking for certain things and characteristics in guys' approach that most guys do right that you probably don't know yet. And today I'm gonna help you out. Today I'm gonna show you exactly how women want you to approach them, especially hot girls. Let's hop into it. Number one, and most importantly, is in a non-threatening way. Women constantly have this fear looming on top of them that all of us dudes are pedophiles. Meaning that when you approach a girl, you need to come in a non-threatening way. Make sure it's not aggressive. You always want to keep it lighthearted and approach with a warm smile. And the key to knowing that your approach is lighthearted and not aggressive is by how she reacts. If she is tensed up and not giving you any feedback whatsoever, chances are she feels uncomfortable and unsafe. Number two, and super important, you have to stay spontaneous. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can tell you what to wear, what to say and not to say, and even how to act. The truth is that women, they're like movie set directors. They can spy a rehearsal from a mile away. She's gonna think that you've tried this move a million times and she's just another number you're trying to scratch off. So you have to keep your approach unique and spontaneous, and it all depends on what situation you are. You have to remember this: women want to make it feel like their love story was a fairy tale. That's what you gotta give her. Number three, you gotta approach her like you mean business. And I'm gonna be honest with you, one of the best ways to send that message is with what you're wearing. This is why guys in suits, guys that wear watches, stand out to girls and they immediately love them. And yes, girls want you to wear watches and take care of yourself. I showed you by doing an interview with like 10 different girls. They like the dude that looks like they put in effort. Because guess what? It just shows initiative that you had the proper manners to put in effort that morning before you approached her, which lets her know you ain't one of her lazy exes. This is why with the Vincero watch like this, she's gonna know you're either a baller or like a dude that just takes care of himself. Either or, it's a win on your part. And that's exactly what she's looking for with the guys that approach her. Boys, you could do that too if you decided to click the link down below, check out Vincero, and finally, after hearing me talk to you about it so much, pick yourself up a Vincero watch. And this is the time to do so because they just dropped the Vessel watch. And this one, boys, this has to be one of my favorite watches that they just dropped recently because this Vessel watch does look like a money timepiece. Like when I wear this, most people think this is a $500 to $1,000 watch. It's not. And that's because unlike other fashion watch brands, Vincero actually takes a lot of time and effort to develop theirs. That's the type of brand you need to look for where you're not gonna actually break the bank, but the message that is sending everybody else when you approach them is that you're a dude that, like I said, well, you're probably a baller or just likes to take care of himself. And I'm not the only one saying this. Like, Vincero watches really do stand apart. If you click the link down below and check out their reviews, they have over 18,000 positive 5-star reviews, which is probably the most that I've seen any other watch company have, which lets you know that millions of men around the world know that Vincero is probably one of the best timepieces they can buy for the price point. Like, their price points are ridiculously low price, like too low price considering how high quality these watches look. On top of that, Vincero watches has free shipping worldwide, so wherever you live you can pick one up and not have to worry about paying shipping. And also, like I said, Vincero watches has watches for both men and women, so if you're doing Christmas shopping or last minute Christmas shopping, you can still click that link down below and pick one up for whoever you're shopping for, and know that when they receive it, it's gonna be a definite wow factor because not only does the watch look like you spent hundreds if not thousands of dollars on it, it comes nicely packaged in a box, so whoever the receiver is, they're gonna think you really splurged on them, which is an amazing feeling as the giver. If you guys wanna click the link down below, you guys can check out Vincero watches and use my special code. That way you can pick up a watch like the Vessel for a lot lower. Number four, you wanna show your human side. You have to keep in mind that what you see in the movies and what you see pickup artists do, it's not reality. They do this for a living, so of course they're gonna look smooth. But your average girl, she's probably never ran into somebody like that. So her bar isn't set so high because she's probably dated a bunch of douchebags before you. So being a little bit nervous in your approach, don't overthink it. Don't be too worried about it. That nervousness is gonna go away over time, and in the first few approaches, it's gonna just show your human side, your vulnerable side that most women can actually appreciate and open up to. And finally, number 5, when you approach her, give her a lot of value without any strings attached. A lot of guys hit on girls and then just hover over them like creepers waiting for a response. But truthfully, when you approach her, you should just give her everything up front, tons of value, and then let her choose comfortably. This is gonna let her know that you're a confident dude. You're not too overly worried about what she says, and because of that attitude that you have, she's probably gonna lead on and give you more. For example, let's say you're at the bar. You wanna buy a girl a drink. Most guys buy a girl a drink and then sit on top of her until, well, she either drinks it or gives him her number. But you could do something different. Be spontaneous. Let's say you could maybe buy her a drink. Let the waiter let her know that you bought the drink, and then let the waiter tell her where you're gonna be after you leave the bar. She's most likely gonna take the drink, but since she's probably in her own comfortable zone with her squad, she's gonna be allowed to think on her own if she's gonna wanna follow you to that spot you're going afterwards. This is just one simple example of how you can be spontaneous, give her a whole bunch of value up front without being a creeper. Again, just use your surroundings to get creative. And that's basically it for this week's video, guys. Those are 5 ways women want you to approach them. If you guys liked this video and found it informative, don't forget to drop us a like down below, boys. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsor, Vincero. They're going to be linked down below as well. That's it for me today. See you next time.